used to be an engineer. Any engineers in the crowd? That was so pathetic. And yet so perfect for engineers. So because I'm an engineer, I put my act on PowerPoint. That's how engineers communicate. And that was me when I was an engineer. I worked in Silicon Valley, San Jose. Yeah. People are actually, oh my God, that's wrong. This is how big a nerd I was. My pants stopped right about here. I didn't even wear shirts, turtleneck pants, that's what I wore. I was tucking my nipples in. That's not right. I had to undo my fly to shake hands with people. That's how high my pants were.
Hey there, and welcome to today's episode of Comedy from Home. This is the comedy show that comes to you from my office right here in my home in Southern California. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you're having a good day. As always, I am your host, engineer, comedian Don McMillan. And I say engineer proudly because this week we are celebrating Engineers Week. Yes, it's National Engineers Week. I'm sure you have it marked on your calendar, right? February 20th through 26th is National Engineers Week, where we celebrate all things engineering. Come on. Yeah, engineers are so underappreciated. You have to realize, without engineers, we would be lost. Really, we would. They make the world work, okay? Scientists come up with these great ideas. Like Edison invented the light bulb. But do you think he could come and install lighting in your house? No way. No way. Engineers make the world better by bringing you this amazing science. And we're not appreciated. We're like the superheroes nobody knows. So today's show is all about celebrating engineering. And then opening clip, by the way, I pulled out the engineering bits from my Dry Bar special, which is still available at Dry Bar Comedy. Go check it out, 30 minutes. But today's show is all about the most exciting week for us engineers, Engineers Week. And but how excited am I? Look, I'm wearing this shirt right here. Right? This is my Tau Beta Pi, the Engineering National Honor Society shirt. That's right. I pulled it. I am a member. I'm a member of the National Tau Beta Pi. And for all you Tau Beta Pi people, give me a binary high five. 1, 0, 1. Yes, that's right. 1, 0. Binary high five. Yes. But let's get to it. I prepared PowerPoint slides because that's how engineers communicate, right? So let's get to my PowerPoints to celebrate Engineers Week 2022. So how are you? Here's my first question. How are you celebrating National Engineers Week, February 20th through 26th? How are you celebrating? If you don't have any big plans, which I'm sure some of you forgot somehow, just go hug an engineer. Just, if you see an engineer, walk up to him or her and just give them a hug. And they won't like it because engineers don't like to be hugged or touched or anything, but let them know how you appreciate what they do to make the world a better place. Hug an engineer today. That's my message. And I thought today, just let you know, I kind of summed up in one Venn diagram what an engineer is. What really is an engineer? It really comes down to three things. Engineers are into some kind of science, right? Chemistry, physics, some kind of science. We solve problems. That's mostly what we do. You bring us a problem about anything and we'll solve it. And we do it quick and dirty. We figure out the fastest solution to get you working, get you back to your life. That's what we do. That's why engineers are unsung. We don't make a big impact. We just get you a better life. What's interesting to me is what's around these three things, okay? If you're into science and you solve problems, but it's not quick and dirty, you take years and years and years, you win a Nobel Prize. Yeah. You're some Nobel Prize winner. You spent 30 years coming up with this one problem to one solution, one solution to one problem. And engineers don't do that. We do 150,000 problems in that length of time. So we'll never win a Nobel Prize because, well, frankly, there'll be duct tape involved, and then nobody who uses duct tape will win a Nobel Prize. We won't. Whoever invented duct tape should win a Nobel Prize because it's used in everything, but we don't win Nobel Prizes, which is too bad. Okay, where else? Okay, so if you're into science and you're into quick and dirty, but you don't solve problems. So science, quick and dirty, don't solve problems. You're a drug dealer. Yeah. You're actually creating problems, but you're not an engineer. And if you solve problems and it's quick and dirty, but not science, you're a hooker. Yeah. Oh, you're making people happy, but there's no science involved. There isn't. But that's where we sit, somewhere between Nobel Prize winner, drug dealer, and hooker. That's where engineers are. That's where we exist, right there. So be proud, engineers. Be proud. I also wanted to celebrate engineers the way, Jeff Foxworthy for years made a big thing about rednecks. You're a redneck. Well, engineers deserve that kind of homage. So I came up with, you're an engineer. You're an engineer if at the end of every weekend, 3 things that were broken are now fixed, but 6 things that were working are now broken. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, we can't help ourselves. It may be working, but, that could be better. We'll try to fix it, and we'll try to make it better, and we'll break it. And it's just the way we are. It's the way we are. My wife won't even let me fix anything. She'll go, no, do not touch it. Do not touch it. We can't afford for you to try to fix that. It'll cause 5 more problems. Leave it alone. That's an engineer. What else? You're an engineer if you refer to Thousand Oaks. I did a show in Thousand Oaks this weekend, and I did this joke there. You refer to Thousand Oaks as 1K Oaks. Yeah. They planted 24 more trees, and now it's 1K. 1K Oaks. They loved it in Thousand Oaks. You know you're an engineer if your last relationship ended. Your last relationship ended because you believe in open source and your partner didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't have kids with you. I mean, how do we raise them? Open source, not open source. We can't do it. It's too big. It's like a religion. It's like a religious difference. You know you're an engineer if. You know you're an engineer if when you approached your wife, and I did this. You approached your wife, you did it in PowerPoint. Yes, I did. I had her sit on the couch, set up a screen. I had many bullet points, pros and cons, and decided we should get married. And she said yes. That's how you know. She didn't prepare PowerPoint, and I was a little disappointed. But yes, proposed in PowerPoint. It's a proposal. You know you're an engineer if. You know you're an engineer if when asked your favorite, this might be the nerdiest one. Warning. When asked your favorite color, you answer 00255. Yeah, it's a little RGB joke. Oh, you can do it in hex. That's even nerdier. Hex. If you didn't get that joke, feel good because you have a life. Okay, feel good about yourself if you didn't get that joke. And by the way, if you didn't get that joke, it's a blue. That's blue in RGB and hex. Okay, yeah, that's just for you. A couple more. You live in cargo pants. Oh, engineers, well, come on. You gotta love cargo pants. You got storage. You can carry everything in your cargo pants. And for me, I just cargo pants, cargo shorts, cargo socks. They actually make cargo socks. This is a real product, cargo socks. I keep stuff in my socks. In fact, I have cargo underwear. I do. I have pockets in my underwear. Why not? Why not? There's room for a pocket. Why not? And speaking of engineer dress, we do live in cargo pants, but we make adjustments, right? So there's me on casual day. I have my cargo pants on and my t-shirt. Okay, business, that's my business dress, right? It's different. How do you know why? I have socks. There, that's it. I'm ready for a business meeting. I have clean socks. And formal wear, I have socks and clean underwear. Yeah, that's engineer dress right there. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you have big plans for Engineers Week. Just, if nothing else, like I said, just go up, hug an engineer, say thank you for making the world work. As a reminder, live comedy coming up right after this from my Dry Bar special about engineers, by the way. Until next time, keep laughing. Thank an engineer today. Until next time, here comes your video.
So this last thing I'm going to present, this is my research study. When I first got married, it was hard for me. I was an engineer. What did I do? I solved problems all day. And I couldn't stop. I'd come home from work and my wife would give me a problem and I'd solve it. And it turns out to not be a skill necessary in marriage. Yeah. One time she said, I feel fat. I said, reduce your caloric intake, increase your activity. That is not the correct answer. The correct answer is, you're pretty. So I wrote that down. I got better at it. I learned. I started collecting data, because that's what engineers do. And I put it together. I called it The Engineer's Guide to Life. And your results may vary, by the way. Do your own studies. But a lot of truths came out of the data. The first one, I plotted, and not a lot of guys do this. I plotted the chances of me winning an argument versus time. And 3 distinct periods popped out of the data. When we were first dating, I had a 50-50 shot in any argument. I had no inkling at the time that those were the glory days. That is the best I would ever do. Because once we got engaged, it immediately dropped to 1 in 4. And then since I've been married, I am 0 for 963. I actually thought I won one argument. We argued about who won that argument, and I lost the argument about who won the argument, but I think I won one.